Hi everyone, happy Sunday. My apologies for not being on here yesterday to talk to all of you. As you may have read in my post earlier, it looks like I came down with food poisoning on Friday evening after my evening of treating my husband for his birthday. So it wasn't ideal, but hey, you know what? I possibly lost a few grams along the way, so that's probably a good thing, and it forced me to wash my hair. So that's always a bonus on this one. So today on the TBH Live Challenge, which for those of you who've not managed to catch days 1 to 5, what I'm doing is I'm taking part in a social media marketing group that I'm part of on Facebook. We have a challenge where we're going to go live on either our personal feeds or in our group pages and talk to all of you lovely unsuspecting folks for 14 days straight. That doesn't mean I'm on for 24 hours a day, 14 days, but we are going to come to you live each day for 14 days. Obviously I failed because of not being particularly well yesterday, and nobody needed to see that. So here I am doing double duty today and trying to make up for the fact that I didn't talk to you all on what was my Saturday yesterday. So for the last 5 or so days we have been chatting all about the ugly word of self-care and being kind to ourselves, taking time for those things that are important to us, and how by doing that it's creating stronger relationships with ourselves, so that then we can then have stronger relationships with those people around us, and we can perform better in the tasks that we want to do, and therefore we probably achieve more things that we'd like to do. So with that in mind, I thought I should probably talk to you about what on earth is RF Empower and why are we here, and why are all you lovely people here on this page with us and on our journey with us. So we are independent consultants for Rodan & Fields. Rodan & Fields, if you haven't twigged this from any of the posts that we've been posting in this page, we are the #1 skincare brand across all price points and all selling channels, which means whether you buy your products in a store or you buy them online, we are the #1 selling brand in North America for skincare products, which is an amazing achievement for a little company who, you know, in 2007, I think it was, 2003, something like that, we had 7 employees. We now have, you know, slightly more than that, but not a huge amount. We're into the hundreds. In our head office, which is in San Francisco, but that also includes the head office in Calgary for Canada, and our head office in just outside of Sydney for those of you in Australia, which is really cool. So we're still a very small company, but we're doing great things. We're a $1 billion company. We have a teeny tiny share of the global skincare market, and our plan is to go global and take over. With the doctors who founded Rodan & Fields, they also they're trained dermatologists out of Stanford, and they also started Proactiv back in the day, which I'm sure many of you have tried, or at least you've heard of. It was sold through the shopping channel. It did extremely well. It changed the face of premium skincare products and how they were delivered, so that you didn't have to go to a dermatologist to get results. And yes, they didn't work for everybody, but they did work for an awful lot of people, which is why they were so popular. They helped the doctors make their first millions and billions, and then the doctors ended up selling Proactiv once it got to a global size, and they went back to practicing full-time in their dermatology practice in California. But they kept seeing people with similar kind of questions coming in, and you know, I don't know for those of you who know this, but over here in North America you have to wait an extremely long time to see a specialist, and it costs a fortune, and if you don't have private health insurance it's pretty much unattainable to see these kinds of specialists. So the doctors were thinking, well, you know, for some people we might be able to help them. We might be able to design some products that would answer some of the major skin concerns and most common skin concerns that people have, in a way that they'd then be able to use the products at home from the comfort of their own home without the need to go and see a dermatologist. Now, this is not, their plan was not to replace dermatologists. They have a strong place in the medical industry, and for some people you do need to see a dermatologist, and these products won't work, but for many people and for many of our customers, they're extremely satisfied with the results they've got, and we wouldn't get to being #1 if we didn't have the results that we have. So as consultants, we have a choice where we can either, share our love of the products with all of you lovely people, and you might decide to buy products from us, in which case we start to build a customer base business, which is fantastic. We love helping all of you. We love answering your questions and all the challenges that you give us with all of your crazy questions. The harder the questions are, the better. It forces us to go and learn more ourselves and become more educated about what we're doing. And yeah, we don't always know the answers, and that's okay, I think. I don't think we should know the answers. We are not trained dermatologists. There are a few in the team who are, but the majority of us are not. And therefore what we actually do is we go away and we actually contact a specialist helpline that we have, and all the questions that we can't answer ourselves, we contact that helpline, and a team of trained doctors and nurse system product specialists come back and actually give us answers. So just so you know, it's not us making up the answers, we are actually going away and getting real answers for you. And that's part of the service that we offer to you through doing what we do. The other way that we also run our business is we build a team of like-minded people who either join us because they want wholesale discount on the products for themselves, or they want to build a team themselves. And so we grow a team of people, we support one another, and we help all of you along the way, and more. So part of the program that we have in place to support all of our new consultants is a program called Spark. And the idea behind Spark was to empower all of our new consultants and those people who are bringing them on board, so they get off to a fast start and they get the biggest return possible and start growing in our company. And so one of the first rewards that people get in Spark is that when they hit the first milestone, they hit their first promotion, and then they get a lovely brown box, which for those of you who've received products in the mail from us, they typically come in one of these boxes, although I know some people have had them in white boxes. And so our very own Megan Rice, who joined us about 6-7 weeks ago now in business, she hit her first promotion in her first full month of business and hit what we call level 1 Spark. So congratulations, Megan, well done, so proud of you. And she did this just by sharing what she was doing. She'd actually only ever tried a sample from us before. She'd never actually used the products fully, but she just saw this as being a great opportunity and a great vehicle for her as she was she'd recently become pregnant, and she was looking at things that she could do whereby she didn't have to struggle with money whilst on maternity leave. And she is a trained makeup artist, a very, very talented one, and we sometimes get her to do little videos for us and show us how to apply our makeup so we look fabulous, because I don't know about you, but I am awful at applying makeup. So I'm so glad that I found this skincare, because now I don't have to apply makeup, so I don't have to walk around looking like a clown. But as part of Megan's first promotion, me as her mentor, along with the training, we actually got this lovely surprise that came in the mail. It's really washed out, I apologise. Apparently it's sunny in Vancouver again today. What is with all this sunshine, everybody? I hope you're wearing your sunscreen. Even if it is slightly overcast, you still should be wearing it. So I'm going to open this live for you guys so you can see it. It's in lovely tissue paper, which I save. So for those of you who have birthdays coming up, you might get it in this lovely branded tissue paper, because I like to recycle wherever possible. And when we open it up, yeah, they also like tape. They must be friends with my mum. But inside, let's hope we can do this. There we go. We got this lovely box. And so on this box, in this box is a 10-pack of mini facial samples. So if any of you have tried one of these, that's what you get. So that's 10 free business building tools for you, just for sharing with your friends and your family why you're doing this, why you think they should have a go at it, either the joining in the business or just trying the products. And because of that, you get some free business building tools, which is fantastic. Nice little freebie there. So yay, Megan, I hope yours have arrived too, because we're going to have some fun playing with these. So next up for Megan is we're going for Spark 2. So we're going to keep sharing and talking to all of her friends and family and their friends and family, and introducing them to Rodan & Fields, and hopefully we get Megan on her way to moving up the ladder here internally. But why RF Empower? Why did I decide to name our team that? Because for many different reasons, but for me, having clear skin and not having to worry about how to apply makeup every day, and being able to just get up, wash my face quickly. It takes me less than 5 minutes, you know, sometimes even less depending on which of the different products I'm using on the day. I can be up and out of the house and gone, and I don't have to think about it. I'm confident with my appearance. I don't, you know, I can walk into a board meeting, I can walk into a, you know, a client's office, and the only thing I have to worry about is, did I remember to wash my hair, and did I put matching shoes on my feet? Because I have done that and left the house in not matching shoes, which I'm sure some of you are going to start laughing about now, because you can imagine me doing that, and probably even seen me do it, to be honest. And so from that confidence, it becomes empowering. It empowers you to be able to do the things you want to do without having to think about the peripheral things that we waste so much time with. So there's lots of, I was going to say fads, but they're not necessarily fads, but there's lots of techniques out there in the world about how we can streamline our lives so that we can then focus on the things that are most important to us. So for example, my mum always taught me when we were kids, we always laid out our clothes for the next day on the bed. And we always packed our bag ahead of time, and we always made our lunch the day before, so that then in the morning all we had to do was get up, get ready, and leave the house. And it was like one less thing to have to worry about in one of the most stressful parts of the day, when you're trying to cram in as many different things. And I've tried to continue that into my adult life. Granted, now Kirk does most of the cooking, my husband, so I don't have to worry about prepping lunches and things like that, but he still does that ahead of time, and that's part of the process we've got into. And he actually yells at me when I haven't packed my bag and laid my clothes out for the next day, because it means we're then rushing and running late in the morning. We end up late, not talking to each other and being moody on the way to the train. Because I've made us late again. So I'm trying to get back into that routine, and through, this is just one avenue, is using skincare that gives me the confidence that it's one less thing I have to think about in the morning. I do just get up, wash my face, brush my teeth, try and remember to brush my hair, and head out of the door. Now with matching shoes, because I laid my clothes out, including my shoes. So RF Empower to me was partly that. It was partly about empowering myself and empowering those who I was sharing the love, my love of the products with, that they could have potentially some more confidence in that particular small area of their lives, which would give them time to focus on what I think is more important, is everything else. Not, does my skin look clear? Can I get up in the morning? Do I have to worry about the fact that, I've got a breakout here, or I've got lines forming on the top of my head? And by the way, if you could see it, I really do have lines. Kurt calls them my angry lines, but I'm working on getting rid of them. And they're not angry, they're just, I'm very expressive apparently with my eyebrows, so it makes them all go crinkly. And I have a big forehead too. Anyway, totally off topic for you all on that one. But as you can tell, we are all our biggest critics, and therefore, in any shape or form, if we can empower ourselves to have more confidence, it makes our lives so much easier, because then we criticize ourselves less, we're happier. And if you listen to my talk the other night, when we become happier with ourselves, we can then start to focus on other things around us, and we can give 110% to those other things, because we're already more confident in ourselves. And it's not going to be every day. There's always a bad day, like yesterday, which is why I didn't talk to you all, because I was, curled up around the toilet, not feeling great. But anything that makes our lives better and easier and empowers us to enjoy our lives, and focus on what's important to us, is a major bonus in my part. And then I started talking to people about the products, and from that they started asking me about the business. And one of the biggest boons and bonuses, I guess, to this business that I never even considered when Kirk and I decided to start this business was the personal development opportunities available through Rodan & Fields, and through the other consultant network that we have built up across, at the moment, the US, Canada and Australia. But we are going global, so we are expanding to other territories every year, so watch this space, because we may be coming closer to you, and we want you guys to be on this road with us, on this journey. But through this network of consultants we tend to use Facebook as a medium. So you guys here are seeing a lot of this on Facebook, because that's what we're using. One, because it's free. Two, because so many people in the world have it and use it. And three, it works so easily. Like, you can use it off your phone, which I'm doing right now. You can use it off a laptop. You can use it anywhere with Wi-Fi connection, basically. Granted, in China it's not so easy, but there's ways around it with VPNs and things. And so through this network, we've set up a Facebook group for consultants only, where every day a different consultant from around our company is invited on board, and this was set up by another consultant. So this isn't led by corporate, this is led by the consultants. And every day someone comes on and they pick a topic to talk about. And it could be anything. And it's not necessarily the products, although sometimes it is. Sometimes it's about compliance and governance. Sometimes it's about business development and techniques and tools that they've found successful for them and they wanted to share. It's language that we use where we talk to all of you about the products, so we don't come across as being complete freaks, which if any of you have had one of those massive emails from me in the past, I apologize, hands up. I was still learning and I'm terrible, and as you can tell I like to ramble, and unfortunately I do that when I write too. But I stand by what I said, but I probably shouldn't have used 1,000 words to say, hey, how are you? 5 would have done. But there we go. So through this, we get to talk, but also we talk about personal development, and so that's how we come across and how we can be better in ourselves. So some of the topics that I talked about last week have been covered either directly or indirectly through some of these trainings, and then many other topics that we talk about. So it's kind of cool that we get to do all of that, because it's an area where I have to do a lot of continuing professional development through my day job, but I've never done so much personal development, and it's been so great because you don't have to do any of this training. It's all there if you want to do it, and there's a search bank and you can search through it and you can find topics that are specifically for something you're interested in watching or learning about. But it's just so great to have that resource there and to fall back on, and if there's something you're struggling with or something you want to improve on, there's somebody who will have talked about it, and you'll be able to pick up at least one nugget from what they say that resonates with all of you. And so personally for me, I found that really empowering, and I've been able to use everything that I've learned from that training and actually put it across into my day-to-day life, whether that's at work or at home or socially. So I've been working on talking less. Funny, it's given that I'm talking to all of you right now, I'm waffling. But yeah, I'm trying to talk less, listen more, and be there for all of you. And so through doing that, I'm still a work in progress. I'm hoping that I'm getting better and better at it. I hope it's making me a better friend, acquaintance, family, all those kinds of things. But I also think it's working, really helping me and working in my day business as well, which for those of you who don't know, I'm a trainee lawyer here in Canada. I'm a qualified lawyer in England, and when you move countries you have to retrain. So I'm going through that process, but all of these skills I've been able to bring across and bring into my day-to-day life, and bring into my workplace so that I become more effective in my job as well. So definitely my drafting has got tighter. So for those of you who don't really know what that means, it just means that I write in less words but get across my point better, which is always a win, because we don't actually like to charge by the word for lawyers, even though some people seem to do that. We're definitely not on that one. So when I got a few people who wanted to join me in this business, I was like, oh, this is crazy, people want to join me? Okay, great, let's go for it, let's do it. So suddenly I have a group of people here in Canada and in Australia who are all doing great and doing their thing, and I'm just here to support them along their journey. Hopefully offer some guidance along the way, be there to bounce some ideas off. We do some online events, we do some in-person events together, and it's been really fun so far. And I love getting to spoil them all every so often, so keep watching in your post box, guys. There may be something headed your way very soon. Wink, wink, if I could wink. So I decided that we should give ourselves a name, and I came up with RF Empower because basically from what I've been saying, this opportunity has been so empowering for me. And I see that it's been so empowering for so many other people around us, not just in our team, but in our sister teams, our brother teams, and also in all of our customers, to see the changes that come across people when they suddenly have confidence in how they look, and they now get to choose whether they want to wear makeup rather than using it as a camouflage, and they just get to use it to accentuate their natural gorgeousness underneath, or whether it's just having the confidence to walk down the street and not worry about, anything. It's just so nice to be able to help in some small way with that. So yeah, so that's where Empower came from. Obviously RF is Rodan and Fields, and so that's why we are called what we are. And so we're hoping that we can empower all of you guys in some teeny tiny small way. And so we've also been going out into the community, and we've been doing some community events. So 2 months ago we were out and we were actually at the Ronald McDonald House, which is part of the Vancouver General Hospital, and we were there serving dinner to all of the families whose children are unfortunately in long-term care in the hospital. And so we're just there to cook dinner for them for one evening. So we cooked dinner for over 100 people, just so it was one less thing for them to have to worry about whilst they were focusing on their kids' health and helping them get better and fighting through it. So that was really nice to be able to do that one. We've also got some other things in the pipeline. We've got some not so community based activities coming up. So we've got some team retreats coming up, which will be really fun. We've also, personally here in Vancouver, I have like a little thing coming up, so keep your eyes peeled. We're going to be organising an afternoon of wellness, so we're going to be doing a little bit of meditation, so learning some techniques so that we can all utilise those at home or when we're out and about doing things, and then some introduction to yoga, and then we're just going to kick back and relax with some snacks and things afterwards and soak up a little bit of sunshine, covered in sunscreen obviously. So I'll be releasing the details for that very very soon. Hopefully some of you guys can come along if you live locally, which would be nice. But yeah, that's really why we're here. Why did I decide to become a consultant? Probably should have included that one. Mainly because Kirk and I were loving the products. A friend of mine, an ex-colleague, and we used to work in the same law firm, she started using the products and introduced them to us, and we started using them just, you know, odd little bits, and she'd send us a sample every so often and we'd try it, and we kind of became hooked. And at the time I was, you know, looking to transfer from the law firm I was in and move to a different one, so I was trying to move from being a legal assistant here in Canada to being a lawyer. And it's a pretty tough move. There's not many trainee lawyer positions in Vancouver, and they're all highly thought after. And so I was kind of becoming a bit disheartened, to be honest, applying and not getting anywhere. So I was like, okay, I need like another thing. I need something that inspires me, that makes me get up out of bed every day and do something. And Kirk saw, not me, but my husband Kirk actually saw this as a great opportunity. He was like, look, you're going to meet a load of people, you're going to talk to people and get potentially paid for it, and there's no cap on your earnings. You don't have to stock anything. It's all delivered directly from the warehouse, directly to the customers, so you don't have to handle that. We don't have to like find space for it in our little apartment. And he was like, and you don't have to handle money because it's all done through a website that's built for you. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's true. He's like, and you don't have to have parties if you don't want to, but you like parties, so maybe you'll have some parties because it gives you a chance to see everyone and chat to everybody. So I was like, well, I guess there's not really anything to lose. He's like, no, what's the worst that happens? We like the products, no one else does, but we get our products for cheaper. I was like, yeah, we like saving money. Okay, so that was why I signed up. I became a consultant, and I'm now, you know, a year and a bit into this business, and I have a steady income that comes in each month. It's growing each month. I have a growing team of like fantastic people who I get to work with and chat with on a daily basis, and help them, and they help me bizarrely, which I should say more often, but you know, thank you to my team, because you guys keep me on my toes and you keep asking me questions and forcing me to learn more and more about this business and the products that we have so that I can be better, hopefully as a mentor and a coach to all of you, but also just better for all of my customers out there. So it's been a great journey so far. I'm loving every minute of it. I cannot wait to see everybody soon. But if you guys have any questions about RF Empower, about Rodan and Fields, about any of our products, or just about me in general, feel free to throw some questions in the comments. I would love to chat with all of you. I'd love to hear your experiences so far with us as a team and with our products, because we always love feedback, even if it's you know, that you're not having a great time with a product. We would love to know what's going on so we can see if we can help you in some way. As I say, we do have a team of specialists on hand that we can contact at any time, and we can ask them for guidance, because it may be that, you know, we've given you the wrong instructions of how to use a product, or maybe that there's something more going on in the background and we can work it out for you. because we do offer a 60-day money-back guarantee, and that's genuine. The empty bottle policy as well, so you get to use the whole product for 60 days. And then we, you know, if you really don't like it, which is rare, but it does happen, you know, for some reason we find there's an ingredient in there you didn't realise you're allergic to or something, or it just doesn't work the way you wanted it to work, we can help you send it back and get you your money back, so it's not a problem on that one to do. And also, unlike some other subscription schemes out there, you are not tied into having to have product every month or every 2 months. We do have an auto replenishment program, and by signing up for that you do save yourself an extra 10% and get free shipping on all orders over $90 here in Canada and $80 in the US and Australia. It's well worth it. You save yourself the money for the subscription enrollment fee immediately on your first order, and then it applies going forwards, but you are not tied in any shape or form to continuing to have product or having it on a regular basis. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you manage your accounts. I know some of you like to manage them yourselves, which is great, but we're always here as a backup as well, and we can push those dates out for as long as you want and as often as you want. So yeah, so that's us, that's our products, that's a little bit about me. I'm feeling 100 times better today, so much so that Kirk is actually making bacon. So we're going to have bacon sandwiches in a second. Yay, food! So excited! And then we're just going to kick back and we're going to watch the Golden State Warriors play this afternoon, so everyone keep your fingers crossed for us, because last night didn't go quite so well. Celtics got beat by the Cavaliers. Yeah, I'm talking basketball here. I know, freak that I am. So that's my day. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. For those of you like me who are enjoying the long weekend, it's Victoria Day long weekend here in BC. Have a fantastic long weekend. Try and soak up some of that sunshine when the cloud keeps clearing, but do stay safe. Keep slapping on that sunscreen, because even with clouds you are damaging your skin. There are nasty UV rays out there, so keep protected. Slip, slop, slap, as they say down under. And then we'll speak to you all hopefully tomorrow. Alright, take care everyone. Bye now.